Welcome back to the Rant, everybody. Part 2. You may possibly see a part 3, so stick around. We just got done talking about Bill Maher, how he's stupid, Dr. Phil, how he got famous, and age elitism. That's A-G-E space E-L-I-T-I-C-I-S-M. Elitism. And Tony is still talking about his story, so continue.
Yeah, with the whole age elitism thing, it's like people who are of that age, people who are like around 16, 17, or around that teen thing, they are generalized, stereotyped, and just demeaned because we're around that age. Well, a lot of people do make mistakes, but guess what? A lot of people make mistakes. Not just teenagers, not just people of my age.
I got into a bad car accident. Yesterday I totaled my dad's car, but guess what? It's okay, it's a learning experience. It was unavoidable. A bad parent would have said, I don't care if it was unavoidable, you still fucked up.
That's exactly what people are doing.
I don't give a shit if I just fucked up. You've gotten in an accident too, you've gotten fucking 25 tickets, just settle down. Just calm your shit.
Average person gets at least 2 accidents in 10 years, so,
There's my one, I just got my one out of the way. However, the one that I got in should count as, 3, because it was bad.
10 years of getting your license, I'm about to say. Average person gets at least 2 accidents within 10 years of getting their driver's license. And here's the thing. The people who are, in their 20s and shit, they're the people that are doing the real stupid shit. I mean, they go out to the fucking strip clubs every night. They fucking get stoned and everything. Oh my god, I don't care. People who do nothing, they don't have a good job. Good example, Jersey Shore. That's
oh my god, that show is an abortion. I would seriously rather get pregnant and get an abortion than watch a full season of that show and lose every brain cell in my fucking body.
They're just people who got famous for being douchebags.
Famous for being famous.
Right. Like Kim Kardashian, she got famous for freaking having sex with some dude. Who cares?
Oh, but she gives money to charity. Yeah, Mom, I get it.
Yeah, like I said, so does the NFL.
Yeah.
That's all. They're famous for actually doing something with their lives. I can also say I respect the NFL player because they've earned themselves. But the people who are just, they talk about how they deserve the respect that they haven't earned. They haven't earned it. You haven't earned my respect because you are an asshole. That's the people, you cannot generalize a good portion of the population. What you don't realize is, these people that you're calling idiots, these people that you're just demeaning by, how they act, they're going to be your leaders someday. We are going to rule the government. We are going to make the damn decisions.
Our generation is going to be so much smarter.
Right.
So much smarter.
Generation, we have rationalism. We have reason.
Rational thought is super hard, right?
Right. The ability to think. That is...
And most adults these days, they can't process it. It's I have clearly beaten you in this argument. No, my way is the only way.
They don't bother to hear your side of the argument. They don't bother. Because they immediately assume they're right, you're wrong,
no,
shut the
because
hell up.
their way is the only way. That's it. It's ridiculous.
Right. It's either their way or you're not getting your side of the argument in. And that's the other thing. Why does it always have to be an argument? Why can't it just be a talk? Why do people around that age have to make everything a freaking debate? It can't just be a conversation. Why can't you just talk to somebody? Stop the fucking yelling. Put down the fucking beer. Put down the fucking cigarettes. Shut the hell up and listen to somebody for your fucking once in your fucking life.
Here's a good quote for life in general. I'm trying to think of it exactly. People will always, someone will always try to find a complex solution to a simple question.
Murad,
yeah.
Shout
out Murad.
I kind of have one for that. Why do they call it common sense if it's so goddamn rare? I believe the first person to say that was actually Nostradamus.
Thomas Paine wrote a book called Common Sense.
I thought, actually, Common Sense, I think that was Benjamin Franklin.
No, Thomas Paine wrote Common Sense.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, But I think the first person to say that quote right there would be Nostradamus. Probably somebody I don't personally like, but he's got some good quotes out there. And it makes sense.
Anybody can come up with a good quote, just if you're famous or not. That's it.
Right. Common sense tells you that if you're in an argument or if you're in a disagreement with somebody, listen to their side of the story. Because in all likelihood, if you're not going to let them talk, you're wrong. That's the thing. That people who are wrong in the argument, they're like. Here's how I can always tell. Like say two of my friends are arguing, or like a friend and somebody else is arguing. The person who is not letting the other guy talk, who is interrupting them nonstop, that's the person who's wrong in the argument. Because they know if you get a word out, that their whole argument will be disproved and they would never be respected again.
Just admit defeat. At that point, you know you've lost. Just admit defeat and respect the other person's opinion because they clearly beat you.
Right.
And if you still think that you're right, then do some research and come back the next day.
Right. like you need mental health. If you're the kind of guy that can't let people talk, let people get a word out, you're the kind of guy who's wrong a lot. And we see this a lot in politics because you know what. This is why, I am probably considered a Democrat, but I somewhat respect Republicans, how the way they talk a little bit more. Because Republicans are the first guys to shut up. They're the first guys to admit they're wrong. And people argue that they think, oh, no, Democrats. Democrats, no. Because most Democrats are liberals. And yes, I'm a liberal Democrat, more of a radical, if anything. And, I admit that most Democrats will not shut up. They will not let somebody else get their point across, but they're an actual personal debate, not for a press conference. TV never shows who people really are. You gotta be fake. You gotta be fake as fuck.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. You said that you are a radical liberal. Did you say that?
Radical. See, a liberal means somebody who wants slow, gradual change. That is the definition of a liberal. Fucking dictionary. Alright. A radical.
That's misinterpreted today.
Yeah.
People assume that that's a Democrat who wants the government involved in every form of your life, and that's why I personally am a conservative, because I don't want the government in my life. I want to be able to say what I want, do what I want, own my own business, and not have it controlled by socialist Obama. So, and you hate on Obama all the time. You and I both, we're not big Obama fans. We're not big government fans. So you're a Republican. You can say what you want, but you're a Republican in my book. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm going to list my beliefs on the biggest issues out there. Let's start with death penalty. I think death penalty should be the only course of action if you're proven guilty of first-degree murder. And
that's a Republican. A Democrat would be like, oh, he's nice. Give him a chance. Put him under house arrest. It's fine.
Here's the thing. First-degree murder means it was intentional, it was likely planned.
That's premeditated murder.
Yeah. That's the thing. I have some Republican beliefs, I have some Democrat beliefs.
So you're an independent.
I believe abortion should be, we talked about abortion before, everybody knows my beliefs on abortion. Under 18 and raped, only scenario, everything else, fuck you, let the child be born, And, I'm strong in religion. I think, there's a thing with me in religion. I don't personally like atheists. We talked about that before. Maybe I'm a bit of a strong liberal and maybe a bit of a Democrat / Republican. If anything, I call myself more of a radical independent. A radical means somebody who is willing to take change by any means necessary. And I believe that one day it will come down to that. The people of our generation will have to take forced change. We will have to make the government do what it needs to do. The people around this age, we know the shit that's going on. We got the idea. The people who are running it now...
Here's what a radical is. Straight from dictionary.com. Definition 3. Favoring drastic political, economic, or social reforms.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this country needs it.
Success. Mac just converted Tony to no longer being a Democrat. Nice.
a Democrat to me is not somebody who like. Honestly, Democrats and Republicans are dead. It's all liberals and conservatives now. The whole party system is just by like how you're going to be nominated. You have to be part of the party to be nominated. You have to be somewhere to be nominated in there, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
But Democrats and Republicans don't exist anymore. There ain't nothing like that anymore. It's all about change.
Oh shit! Stop! Part three.